everyone, welcome back to another video. I asked you guys on Instagram and my community tab for like questions that I should answer or like parts of editing that you're confused about. Before we get started, these are the apps you're gonna need. I am unemployed and a child, so I think all my apps, everything that I use is free, besides like the devices themselves obviously, but like but yeah, let's get into it. Hello, so a lot of people were asking about my inspiration and like how I get motivation to edit. The thing is, I don't really get motivated. I have like very specific spontaneous bursts of energy. I'm not an organized person at all, but I can talk to you about inspirations or like people that I really look up to when it comes to editing. For editing itself, I really love Lin Chang's videos, if you couldn't tell, as well as Dobo Chobo. They have like pretty similar yet different editing styles, but they're still like so nice to watch. And I know my videos aren't commentary and I don't really include my face that much in my videos, but as far as like audio and voice projection goes, I really love watching Drew Gooden. Same with like Danny Gonzalez and KDU. Like I could listen to their voices for hours and not get bored. That sounds really creepy. For graphics, I really love watching Jasmine Lay's videos. Her graphics are so like, I don't know, like clean? I don't know. I think graphics are a way to make your videos like automatically like 10 times more engaging. And the colors that Jasmine uses for her graphics like really look nice against her like color correcting, I guess. Okay, what I mean to say is the contrast looks really nice against like the graphic colors she chooses. Sometimes for text, she'll use like a bright green or like a bright yellow color against like warmer tones of the background footage, and it just looks so good. But that's enough fangirling for today. Let's move on to how to find good music for your videos. I feel like the music used, especially on small creators' channels, is like extremely overused. Not saying it's bad music, but like the way I cannot spend a day on like the vlog side of YouTube without hearing Bread by Luke Rumbo is like, it's not possible. But especially if your channel focuses on visuals, music can be a very important way to not only make your video more engaging, but the music that you choose can really give a vibe off to your audience about what your channel is about. I find that videos that are more like serene and like calming will use like lo-fi tracks and stuff like that. If you don't have any voiceovers on your channel or you don't use your own voice, I would recommend using songs with lyrics. This can work for not only vlogs, but it can also work for speed paints. I will say though, be careful of copyright infringement. I often find that music with lyrics have like a higher chance of being copyrighted than songs which are just instrumentals. Please aim for channels that like market as being copyright free, or like go on SoundCloud. I think those are good too. I know a lot of people use Thematic as well, which is a good music company, and I'm pretty sure it's free. But, and I cannot stress this enough, please give credit to the music owners that you use. I'd recommend making a playlist with all of your favorite non-copyright music tracks. I'm gonna put on screen some of my favorite like artists to use in my videos, but the way I acquire this music is like not very good. I know a lot of people use like YouTube to like MP3 converter websites, and I used to do that for a while, but like also I was really scared of getting a virus because every time I'd use it on my phone, it would redirect me to the sketchy website. So I just use the screen recording tool and I just like screen record the audio and then I import it into capcut through the like extract audio thing. I don't know, it works pretty well, but also I have to like wait for the entire song to play out, which can get really annoying, so like yeah. Now that's all I have to say about music, but I will be talking about voiceovers and like overall audio improvement. A lot of people asked about voiceovers and how to make them like more entertaining, I guess. One of the most common issues with voiceovers as I see on YouTube includes how so many people make their music like overpower their voiceovers. Do not make your music louder than your audio. And another thing, a lot of you guys just do not rewatch your voiceovers, and it's very clear. Sometimes there's a lot of stuttering or like pauses between each phrase that you're trying to say. It really breaks up the flow of your audio and it just does not sound jumble up a lot of my words too, but sometimes the best thing you can do is just hit re-record until you say your sentence right. Or better yet, you can edit out mistakes you make, blips, pauses, everything that like disrupts your flow. If you use a script, I mean, first of all, that's a lot of work. I applaud you. When you read a script, you should not be sounding like you're reading a script out loud. Also, try not to say or like filler words. I'll just tell you that they just make your videos a lot less engaging. I say and a lot when I don't know what to say, but again, sometimes the best thing you can do is just hit re-record. Also, take breaks between each sentence or two. Do not record a 2-minute voiceover in one go. It's just not gonna work. On that note, don't like film each single word in a separate voiceover either, because that's just gonna sound really blocky and just not good. Last thing, I promise, do not speak way too close to the mic. As a demonstration, this is me talking way too close to the mic. Some people have asked me what I use for like voiceovers, and the thing is, I just use my built-in speaker on my iPhone and it works pretty fine. Whoa, bro, this is a voiceover I'm editing. That's so crazy. I am so shocked and wow. And whoa, bro. Oh, this is a voiceover I'm editing. A voiceover I'm editing. That's so crazy. So crazy. So crazy. I am so shocked and about. I've had this hoodie since the 6th grade. I'm gonna talk about my workflow, kinda, sorta. One of my friends pointed out that I've been making a lot of like vlogs recently, and like it's a lot of repetitive content, and I agree with them. Yeah. That's mainly because vlogs are just easier to film and edit, and because I don't really have a time to do anything else. Usually I edit on the weekends because on weekdays I'm just slumped with homework. Once I did try editing in school. That was a big mistake. I was editing it in gym class. So it was a free period and I was just sitting there on the bleachers editing a video, and every time a little short basketball boy like walked past me, I had to like cover up my phone because that's very embarrassing. Anyways, whenever I do edit, it's like literally I will just be sitting in my room. I will be editing for hours and I'll lose track of time because CapCut does not have like what time it is while you're editing, so it's really easy to lose track of it. It takes me a lot more time to edit rather than film, but that's my workflow kinda. I'm gonna move on to graphics and stuff like that. Love you. Okay, I wasn't gonna film a voiceover for this part, but I figured it was gonna be easier to explain through voiceover. If there was one trend on YouTube that I was not for, it was those aesthetic anime vlogs. No, like, listen, those are nice vlogs, right? But not whenever you make the color grading look like this. Like, I get y'all were trying to go for like, oh my god, cartoon anime, but it looks so ugly. Here's a general rule of thumb. Note that CapCut color grading is like not very good. There aren't many options, but I think overall it all depends on the clip that you're adjusting. If you're adjusting a clip that is really dark, maybe you filmed it at night, maybe it's like really dark, you should lighten the shadows. Oh, this is a big mistake. Some of y'all turn the saturation up to the highest degree. Like, saturation is great. I mean, coming from me, yeah. But sometimes it's a little too much. Same with contrast. Like, this was part of the anime trend vlog thing. People like turn their contrast all the way down, and it was okay in certain clips, but overall it just won't work. And here's me editing a brighter clip. I didn't increase the saturation way too much because that was just gonna make it very aggressive, but I didn't decrease saturation because I think it was good as it was. Exposure is really good for darker photos, but with lighter photos it just makes it like overly bright. I think Lynn Chong said this in one of her videos, but a good technique is bringing the properties to a really extreme value and then lowering those properties back down to your own balance. Everyone has a different like approach to how to edit their videos, and I don't really think you should be taking color grading tips from me because I'm not very good at it either. Usually I just mess around until it looks the way I want it to. But yeah, I forgot to mention, if you're editing the temperature of a clip, I would edit it to what the clip already looks like. For example, if your clip is like really blue, then you might want to edit it to a cooler tone. But yeah, I'm not really the person to ask about color grading. I hope this helped though. A lot of people people asked about my thumbnails, and to be honest, I don't really know what I do. Here are some time lapses of past thumbnails I've made. I kind of just throw images from the video together and then just like add graphics, and it's usually okay. I don't spend too much time on my thumbnails, and yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about them. Now, I do want to mention some additional features of these apps, starting with the effects on CapCut. You should probably pause, but these are my favorites, and like here's how they look. These effects can add a lot to your video, especially like the frames and stuff. They just make your video just look cooler, you know? I'm now going to go over keyframes. When I started editing, I had no idea what they were or what they did, but it's been a while now, and I can confidently say that they are not as confusing as I once thought they were. So basically, when you click a piece of media in your video, there's this like diamond icon next to the play sign, and those are keyframes. You can just pretty much watch what I do with these keyframes. Through adding a keyframe and adjusting the spot where the image is located, it will move the image to the points automatically in the video, basically. Like here I am adding keyframes to certain parts of the video and then adjusting the business guy to different areas in the frame. And now watch what happens whenever I replay the whole thing. He moves. Isn't that crazy? Understanding keyframes is not only important in video editing, but it can also be very helpful when you animate, if you are an animator. Here's another cool feature. You can also use these keyframes with text. Here, I wrote down slay. So not only can you move the text around the screen, you can also make the text different colors and like basically fade them into each other. You can just watch. It's pretty self-explanatory. So by making the text different colors between each keyframe, you are simultaneously fading the text colors into each other, which is really neat, and I think a lot of you could find it useful. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know if you want me to make a part 2 where I describe more in detail or something. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. I love you so much. Bye.